Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the greatest recordings ever. And today, oh yes, we're talking about Strauss, his 4 last songs. And a lot of you know which one this is going to be. I mean, I can't pretend it's going to be anything other than, and I have it here in its little box thing here, this sucker, Jessye Norman, with the Leipziig Gewandhaus Orchestra, Court Masur, and yeah, that's it. This is the one. Now, I am not saying, now, we talked about the 4 last songs, didn't we? We did a repertoire video about it, and oh, the hysteria back and forth. I mean, you know, people were very, very passionately committed to their favorite version of the 4 last songs. But we're not talking about your favorite version. We're talking about the greatest recordings ever. And this is definitely one of them. I don't know if it's even my favorite. I tend to prefer Soily Isakowski. But you cannot argue. It is indisputable that certainly this may be the greatest recital record Jessye Norman ever made, or one of them. And the performance is sui generis, as they say in the biz. It is so unique, so special, with its excruciatingly slow tempos, and Norman just pouring out the tone with an opulence and a breath control and a richness. It's extraordinary. It's just amazing, and particularly when we get to, let's see, we have sitting in September, Beim Schlafengehen. That's the one, I think. Isn't that the Beim Schlafengehen one? Ya da da da, ya da 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 da. Oh my God! You know, in that thing when it's und die Seele, you know, your soul takes flight, and it does. It just does. And the finale, I mean, the final song, Im Abendrot, I mean, oh my goodness, is dies etwa der Tod? Is this perhaps death? She sings in just with such beautiful evenness. And it's so gorgeous. And the other songs here are not, you know, chopped liver, as we say in the biz. I mean, there's some really great stuff. You get Zueignung and Morgan and Ruhe meine Seele, and like, oh my goodness, they're really, really beautiful. It's an extraordinary recital. And, you know, when the singer does their absolute best, and the singer is one of the great singers, and she certainly was that, then, of course, it's going to be one of the greatest recordings ever. And Court Masur, I mean, I have to give the guy credit. Give him props. He went along with it. He was willing to make it entirely about the voice, the singer. You know, he didn't have attitude. He didn't say, you know, that he knew Strauss and this is the way it had to go. You know, most performances of the 4 last songs, you have to remember, including the inaugural ones and all that stuff by all those people back then, you know, Kirsten Flagstad and whatnot. You know, they tended to be rather quick. You know, sometimes notably quick, and that's fine. I mean, because it gives the singer more of an opportunity to attach, you know, create legato, to put the notes together into long phrases, and so I mean, even Carry-On with like Gundula Janowitz. I mean, they're not notably slow. They're gorgeous. They're very rich. They're incredibly beautiful, but they're not notably slow. Here, I mean, the challenge, of course, is to sustain the melodic line at these really, really deliberate tempos. And I don't find the tempos droopy. I really don't. They are slow. But the question is not how fast they are in absolute terms. It's what the artists do with them. And here, I mean, Jessye Norman just got into it. She pulls it off, and it's just one of the most extraordinary vocal recordings that you'll ever hear. And even if, like I said, you don't like her or you don't like the interpretation, you have to recognize the achievement. It's not in question. It's not a question at all. It's It is what it is. And what it is one of the greatest, and I mean the greatest, recordings ever. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.